Well, this is one of the most challenging search and rescue operations I have seen in the last 4 decades. As we speak, 4 of our Indian Navy ships are on site. That is INS Kochi, INS Kolkata, INS Talwar and INS Betwa. For the last 20 hours, these units have been battling to search and rescue as many people as they can through the dark night and challenging weather conditions. This morning, at sunrise, a P-8I aircraft from INS Rajali was on task to augment the search effort. So also, a Seeking 42 Bravo and a Seeking 42 Charlie from INS Shikra at Mumbai joined the effort, and they have had some very good successes. The main operation pertains to searching and rescuing 261 people from the Afghans barge P305, which sank about 60 kilometers away from Mumbai at 1900 hours yesterday, that is on the 17th of May in the evening. There is other operations which are going on simultaneously, but these pertain largely to providing assistance, and all the people on those vessels are safe. The main assistance required is to prevent these vessels running aground. There are 3 vessels off the southern coast of Saurashtra off Pipavav. One is Sagar Bhushan, other is great ship Aditi, and there is a support station 3 which has got about 100 people on board. All the 3 vessels are safe presently. INS Talwar is on site, and there are 4 tugs which are mobilized by the ONGC and the Shipping Corporation of India in consultation with the Flag Officer Offshore Defence Advisory Group, and efforts are in hand to ensure that these ships don't run aground. There is also another vessel called Gal Constructor, which has run aground off Mahim, Coast Guard ship Samarth, and 4 more support vessels are standing by to provide assistance, and these efforts are constrained by the challenging weather conditions. But Seeking 42 Charlie from INS Shikra is likely to pick up survivors from Gal Constructors as she returns from search and rescue efforts of P305 barge. And this operation will continue as long as it takes to get every person back to safety. The main challenge, of course, is the weather itself. Remember, this is a very extremely severe cyclonic storm with winds of 80 to 90 knots, wave heights of 6 to 8 meters, continuous rain, heavy clouding, almost zero visibility, and you can't really make out whether it's the rain falling all around, it's the fresh water or the sea spray which has been whipped up from the surface of the sea by heavy winds. Handling a ship in such conditions is a great challenge in itself. As per the normal standard operating procedures, upper decks are normally kept out of bounds, and no one ventures out onto upper decks in such conditions. The decks are wet. So when you don't have the opportunity to even venture out onto sea, rescuing people provides even greater challenges and greater difficulties. But despite that, the fact that we have recovered 180 people successfully thus far is a proof that our ships are up to the challenge thrown at them. Of course, any ship of any size has got threat from weather, and particularly so in an extremely severe cyclonic storm. ये ऐसी बात है कि शेर के मुंह में हाथ डालना और सुरक्षित तरीके से बाहर निकालना ये काफ़ी चैलेंजिंग सिचुएशन रहता है. And I can tell you that notwithstanding this difficulty of weather, these are warships, destroyers, formidable platforms of 7,500 tons. When they go into damage control state 1 condition Zulu, they can take damage from a couple of missiles and still retain their combat capability. But lest somebody gets funny ideas about missiles hitting these ships, let me tell you, ships of the Kolkata class or Talwar class are capable of defeating saturation missile attacks. But that's having been said, weather and sea does not spare anyone. The sea is a good friend, but equally a bitter enemy. And unless people are shrewd, smart, professional in handling their ships, they can come to grief. But our ships, as I said earlier, our crew are well trained and they are up to facing any challenges. Well, COVID or no COVID, our focus is clear. Our main aim is to rescue people from the water. As far as COVID is concerned, we have been fortunate that all our crews have received 2 shots of Covishield vaccine and they are relatively safe. We also have adequate protocols in place which have been refined over the last 1 year to ensure that incidents of COVID are kept to the minimum, or we don't have any incidents of COVID on board our ships. There is also solace that all the people who have to be rescued or who are in water have been at sea working in the offshore development areas for a considerable period of time, and in all probability they are COVID free. But our main aim is to rescue people. जिंदा रहेंगे तो कोविड का सामना दोबारा करेंगे. That's our motto at this stage. So we are not worried about COVID at this stage at all.